A lot of us like to perform, and it's not just on TV. Skilled performers can also be found right here on the street, whether it's busking, juggling, doing mime, or stuff that people actually like. Whatever they do, it usually involves a showbiz agent, and today I've come to meet a man who runs quite a unique stable of talent. Nick Booty, agent to the stars.
What do you want?
Nick, it's Louis from the documentary company. We spoke on the phone.
How do I know it's you? You brought the documentation?
Well, I've got my driving licence, would that do?
No, you know, the documentation.
Oh, right, the documentation. Here it is. 5 documents, all in use 20s.
Great. Come in. Come in, gentlemen. Welcome to my world. This is often the first port of call for many magical artists. Do take a seat.
Wow, you certainly have a lot of talent on display. I don't recognise any of them. Do they work abroad?
No, but they do perform in all the best places. Harrods, Selfridges, Stringfillers. It's a sleight of hand, mostly, you know.
Oh, so they make things disappear?
You could say that.
What kind of things?
Could be anything.
Anywhere?
Who wants to know?
I'm only asking.
What do you think I am? Some sort of grass? Sorry about that, Louis. A bit of a flashback. Must be the tablets.
It's okay. And do you have any huge stars on your books? I don't know, a Robbie Williams or a Jim Davidson? Or maybe a comedian of some kind?
Not really, but my lot are a very special lot, you know. They've got a variety of skills at their fingertips, quite literally. In fact, Charlene, have you got that showreel tape?
What?
Where's the bleeding showreel tape?
Stop shouting. Here it is.
Thank you. Have a look at this. Here's one of my boys, Dave Lightning Bennett. Actually, Louis, I'm very lucky to represent him. I mean, all the agents are after him. Cal, Walsh, ICM, CID and the CPS. Now, this is artistry in its purest form. Look, classic technique, textbook stuff. This is magic. Right. Now, he does a lot for charity. He always makes an appearance in a charity shop when he can spare the time. He always believes in putting his hand in his pocket, or anyone else's. He'll work with anyone, young or old. In fact, the older are better at this sort of thing, very accommodating for his act. Look, see, he's lucky there, because he's got a wonderful volunteer from the public to come up and help him. An open bag, it don't come any easier. He's gone for the old 1-2, distraction and concealment. You see, lovely traditional feel to this boy. Young men are often great participants with their mobile phones, MP3s, iPods, U-pods, Moonpods, P-pods. Now there's Karen, what a little darling. She's one of my favourite artists. There's Dave, yeah, they make a great double act. She's been in the business forever, but what a pro. We like to call her act the honey trap.
It seems that all your acts use sleight of hand techniques. Do they take a lot of money at the box office?
Oh yeah, they take a lot of money at the box office, in the foyer, outside the gents' toilets, in the bar at the interval. They really know how to work a crowd, you know. But it's mostly at the local clubs and shops that they do well. Yeah. I think of it as promotional work. Self-promotional work, I call it. In novelty acts, mostly. In fact, if you come down to my club, you can see him in action. I'll get my lovely secretary, Charlene, to send in the details. Charlene! Charlene?
I couldn't decide whether he was an eccentric and charming theatrical agent or a grubby two-bit thieving scumbucket toe rag. It's difficult to tell the difference with agents. Trust me, I know. Okay, so he's not a real agent and I'm not a real documentary producer. But I hope that small diversion got your full attention, as I want to talk to you about the real crooks, the pickpockets, or dippers. These are the real thieves that enter your workplace. And it's not only the customers that suffer, it's your business. Your customers want to shop without worry, and in bars, clubs and restaurants, nothing ruins the evening more than having your purse, wallet or mobile stolen. This is your patch, and as an employee, you have responsibilities not only to your co-workers, but also to your customers' security. Cameras and security staff are only part of the solution to theft. There is a lot you can do to help, and I don't mean apprehending the thief directly, but if you know the signs, then you have the advantage in alerting security if you feel there is a real threat to your customers. So, what are the signs of a potential pickpocket or dipper? Look out for unusual patterns of behaviour. Do they seem to fit the profile of a typical customer? Are they actively looking around the premises but not always at the goods? One way you could disrupt a suspected dipper is by asking them if they require any help with their purchases. By disrupting their method of operation, you will force them to move on. Look out for couples talking together outside your premises who then enter and immediately separate. You will also find that couples sometimes work together using distraction techniques. Dippers sometimes operate in changing rooms as there are no security cameras. Be aware of this and look out for any unusual behaviour. Allow time for your customers to secure their purse or wallet when paying for their purchases. If you see an open bag, give customers a gentle reminder to secure their belongings before they leave the area. Always report suspicious activity to your manager, security staff, or telephone the police using the 999 system. So, what are the statistics? Well, 72% of all theft victims are female, 25% are under 25 and 27% are over 70. Two of the most targeted groups by dippers are the elderly at retail outlets and markets, and also young people at bars, clubs and restaurants in the evening. With the elderly, the dippers usually look for loose change, wallets and purses, and by either working alone or sometimes using distraction techniques with two dippers working together. The peak times during the day are between 10 AM and 2 PM on Saturdays, whilst other busy shopping days include Wednesdays and Fridays. But it's not just the shops. Many offences do occur around public transport links. And what retail outlets get targeted the most? Charity shops, discount shops and supermarkets.
50p, please.
If you see an elderly person looking distressed, always alert security. Also, if you see someone taking an interest in your elderly customers, keep a watchful eye on them. They could be a dipper. If a customer seems distressed and alone, go over to them and ask them what the problem is. Never approach a potential dipper directly. Always follow security procedures and let the security staff deal with them. When a handbag is open, it's an easy target. Occasionally, the pickpocket will slice a person's bag or pocket to get access to the valuables. Other tricks include gently kneeing a victim in a region near a wallet to push it up and out of a pocket. As managers, it is essential that your staff know what to look for and what to do. Staff canteens and restrooms are an ideal place to display crime reduction information to your staff. Pickpocketing crime can be reduced considerably when everyone is working together and knows what to do. Different location, but with similar problems. Not too many elderly people here, but another favourite for the dippers. Now, we all tend to relax when we have a drink. Some people relax a bit too much, and this is when we need to be more aware of what's going on around us. So, what should you look for? There's the classic honey trap, where an attractive woman gains your trust. If you hear somebody shout, "My wallet's missing," it could be a scam. Dippers sometimes do this so that accomplices can spot the crowd checking their own valuables, and then this shows the thief where they keep the goodies. So how can you help your customers? What advice can you give? Well, let's start with pubs, clubs and bars. High-value items such as mobiles, iPods, wallets and purses should be kept out of sight, and that includes money. Don't be afraid to tactfully advise a customer to take more care. If you hear someone say, "Is that your money on the floor?" it could be a pickpocket distracting someone so that an accomplice can dip the customer. Go over to the customer if you can, or call security staff if you think they need help. Anyone who pushes past a customer in an unusual way could be dipping. Be aware of any unusual behaviour and always go over to a customer if you think they could be a potential victim of a pickpocket. In bars and clubs, look out for people who aren't drinking but seem to be more interested in watching other customers. Try to make your customers aware of the danger of leaving valuables on a table or bar. Managers should consider displaying warning posters, possibly in toilets or passageways. Never be afraid to challenge a suspected pickpocket or dipper. For example, ask if they have lost contact with a friend. By disrupting their method of operation, you will force them to move on. Keep a lookout for people exchanging phones or other items, and always report suspicious activity to security staff. Finally, what's usually taken? Well, the most commonly stolen items are wallets, followed by mobile phones, GPS navigators, iPods, Palm Pilots and MP3s. These mean instant money to a dipper, as they're the most desirable and easy items to sell on. And talking of mobiles, one of the best things you can do to beat the dipper is to register your mobile phone on the Immobilise website. By doing so, your phone can be blocked from use if stolen, and even if the SIM card is changed, your mobile phone may still not function in the hands of the dippers. And best of all, it's a free service.
As a member of the public in shops, stores and supermarkets, or even on a train or a bus, there are a number of ways to beat the pickpocket. Be aware of people around you and always ask shop or store staff for help if you are concerned or worried that someone may be watching you or a friend. Don't take more money out with you than you need, and keep it out of sight. Keep purses out of sight and fastened away, and use a crossover handbag or shoulder bag. When using public transport, be particularly alert and careful with your purse or wallet, especially when getting on or off a bus or train. Never write down your PIN number. It could be stolen with your purse or wallet. If the number is difficult to remember, change it to a more memorable one, such as a special birthday or anniversary. Security chains are available that allow you to attach your purse or mobile phone to a belt or bag. If a dipper attempts to take the attached item, you will feel the bag being pulled. If you have a friend or relative that you feel could benefit from this information, please tell them.
Anyway, enough of the facts. I think it's time to catch up with Nick and his artists.
Oh, that's no good, is it? That's hopeless.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Oh, Louis, where you been? This is Dave.
Hello, mate.
And this is Karen, two of my best artists.
Nice to meet you.
Bye Karen.
Karen, she works alone or as an attractive female assistant. A sort of Debbie McGee, except she isn't so much in a box, more out of her box most of the time.
Karen, have you got my mobile phone? Karen? We can all be tempted by a bargain, but just remember, next time somebody offers you a mobile or an iPod or any number of goodies at knockoff prices, then it probably is, well, knocked off, and at the expense of someone else. Theft isn't just bad for the victim, it affects us all. And together, if we can stop the Karen, Dave and Nick Booties of this world from dipping, then we'll all be stars. Evening all.